We begin in Istanbul, where the Pakistan Navy has formally commissioned the PNS Khaibar. This new corvette, a symbol of the deepening defense partnership with Turkey, is equipped with state-of-the-art sensors and surface-to-surface missiles. The ceremony, attended by top naval brass from both nations, underscores Ankara's pivotal role in modernizing Pakistan's fleet against Indian Ocean threats. Breaking news from North Africa: Pakistan and Libya have signed a historic defense agreement valued at $4.6 billion. Sources confirm the deal includes the supply of armored vehicles, training aircraft, and technical support teams to rebuild the Libyan armed forces. This marks one of Pakistan's largest single defense export orders to date, signaling a major entry into the African security market. Continuing with defense exports, the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex has successfully completed the delivery of 52 Super Mushshak trainer aircraft to the Turkish Air Force. The final batch arrived this week, completing a contract signed earlier this decade. These aircraft will now form the backbone of Turkey's primary pilot training program, a rare instance of Pakistan exporting aviation technology to a NATO member. Across the eastern border, a significant escalation in air power. Indian defense sources confirm that the Indian Air Force has begun integrating the Russian R-37M hypersonic missile onto its Su-30 Mki and MiG-29 fleets. With a range exceeding 300 kilometers, this AWACS killer missile is designed to push back Pakistan's aerial support assets, fundamentally altering the engagement rules for future air combat in the region. From Gwadar to Washington, this is Pact Geo Defense Update, Pakistan's voice in the world of defense and geopolitics. Please subscribe. We move now to the tribal districts, where a major security operation appears imminent. The military has reached a formal agreement with tribal elders for the large-scale evacuation of civilians from the Tirah Valley. This evacuation is not a minor relocation, it is a strategic clearing of the battle space. Sources on the ground report that elders have agreed to move families to temporary camps to minimize collateral damage as security forces prepare to target entrenched militant hideouts. This agreement signals that the state is ready for a decisive, heavy-handed push to clear the valley once and for all. In Washington, the geopolitical maneuvering around Gaza continues. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio has publicly expressed gratitude for Pakistan's offer to join a specialized Gaza stabilization force. While the Foreign Office in Islamabad remains tight-lipped about the specifics, Rubio's comments suggest that back-channel negotiations are far more advanced than publicly admitted. He hinted that Pakistan's experienced peacekeepers could provide the credibility needed for a transition of power in the Strip, a move that would significantly elevate Pakistan's diplomatic standing but carries immense domestic political risk. Diplomacy is also in high gear on the Western Front. Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has held urgent, unscheduled talks with his Iranian counterpart, Abbas Araghchi. The meeting comes amid rising regional instability. Both leaders pledged to synchronize their efforts for regional peace, specifically focusing on border security and counter-terrorism intelligence sharing. Insiders say the urgency of the meeting reflects shared concerns over the spillover effects of the widening conflict in the Middle East and the need for a unified stance to prevent non-state actors from exploiting the chaos. On the economic front, a massive breakthrough for the China-Pakistan economic corridor. The Asian Development Bank, ADB, has inked a major agreement with Pakistan to move forward on the ML1 railway project. After years of delays and financing hurdles, this ADB backing provides the critical financial framework needed to upgrade the colonial-era track from Karachi to Peshawar. This project is the spine of Pakistan's logistics network, and its revitalization is expected to double the speed of freight and passenger traffic, breathing new life into the CPEC vision. A significant development in South Asian military diplomacy, the head of Pakistan's defense manufacturing sector has met with the Bangladesh Army chief in Dhaka. This high-level engagement marks a thaw in relations and a potential pivot for Bangladesh, which has traditionally relied on Chinese and Russian hardware. Discussions reportedly centered on the sale of small arms, ammunition, and potentially armored vehicles. Analysts view this as Pakistan attempting to regain strategic influence in Dhaka through hardware diplomacy. 85% self-reliance milestone anchor, meanwhile, back home, a bold claim from the Ministry of Defense Production. A new report states that Pakistan's defense industry has achieved 85% self-reliance in land and aerial systems. Citing the indigenous production of the Al-Khalid tank, JF-17 operational integration, and domestic drone programs, officials argue that the country is now insulated from the kind of sanctions that crippled it in the 1990s. While independent verification of the 85% figure is difficult, the claim itself is a message of deterrence. Pakistan can sustain a long war without urgent foreign resupply. Turning to the Middle East, tensions are set to rise further. Israel's Security Cabinet has approved the construction of 19 new settlements in the occupied West Bank. This decision, termed a security necessity by Tel Aviv, has drawn sharp condemnation from the global community. For Pakistan and the broader Muslim world, this move complicates any potential peace overtures or stabilization roles, as it inflames the very grievances driving the conflict. Finally, looking to the future of warfare, Pakistan has taken a leadership role in space diplomacy. Islamabad has signed the International Treaty on Space Conflict Prevention. By becoming a signatory, Pakistan joins a select group of nations pledging not to deploy kinetic weapons in low Earth orbit. The Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission, SUPARCO, stated that this move aligns with Pakistan's stance that space must remain a common heritage of mankind, even as it develops its own satellite navigation capabilities to counter regional rivals. A historic turning point for justice in Bangladesh. For the first time in the nation's history, 15 high-ranking army officers, including 5 generals, have been sent to jail to face a landmark civilian trial. The International Crimes Tribunal is prosecuting the officers for enforced disappearances and atrocities committed during the 2024 uprising. Accused of operating secret detention centers known as Ainagar, these senior officials are now facing public accountability for crimes against humanity. All eyes are now on Dhaka as this unprecedented chapter of military accountability unfolds, signaling a new era for the rule of law. That's enough for today. Share your thoughts in comments section, and please answer today's question.